So I think 7th standard was the time that slam books were introduced, right? You want everyone to fill your slam book. And one of the slam books I bought next to my house from Jayam stores was Venga Boys slam book. And I didn't even know who they were actually. And when I went to my friend's house, she had like one of those DVD CD systems, and we watched Shakira's video. It was Whenever Wherever, and that was the first time I saw international artists perform, and I was stunned. My jaw dropped, and I'm thinking, wow, I didn't even know this world existed. And at the time only SS Music also was there. So you'd listen to Blue and jam to All Rise and Backstreet Boys and Michael Jackson and whatnot, right? So that's when I think this whole Western culture intrigued me so much. And I went and told my mom, I said, Ma, I really want to try and learn Western dance, Ma. And she said, Armishtiya, pochibo. And we didn't have a lot of money, but my mom always found a way to fulfill my dreams. She always put my happiness before anything. So she said, I'll give you 1,000 rupees. This dance class fees is 1,000 rupees. I'm talking 15 years ago, right? So you can only go 1 month. You'll learn how much ever you can in that 1 month. I said, okay. Because in my head, I'm thinking, I can convince her. So we go to the dance class, and for the first time, I felt like I entered a fancy world. People were all wearing spaghetti tops and sleeveless and shoes and heels, and I was just lost in that world, honestly. And all the people that I saw on SS Music were there. They were all like coming there to learn dance. So one of the first steps I learned is called a shuffle. And I remember practicing this every single day. It goes like this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Back. 1, 2, 3. Forward. 1 and 2 and 3. And you'll continue. So you'll do this for the entire song. And for me, getting this was like big deal at the time. And that sir, John Vinu sir, he was the first one to tell me, you've got style, you've got great attitude. Until then, I didn't even know the word attitude. And after a month, we couldn't afford going to Western classes anymore. But my mom got me internet. So now I can watch videos and learn from it, right? Then a few years passed, and I decided I wanted to learn Western again. But this time, a little bit of cinematic too. So I joined Jayanti Master's class. This was, I think, when I was 9th and 10th grade. And the fees was not really high, and also we could afford it at the time. So we went there, we used to learn, and I know for a fact that Jayanti Master is the person that all the actors and actresses went and learned dance from. First ever cinematic step I learned was Unnale Unnale Vinnada Chandrene. Another iconic step at the time was this Netru Enbadun Kayil Illai Nale Enbadun Payil Lein Attume Michamundu. Really liked her. She was so nice, she was so kind. I love her. And right after that, I was like, okay, I did a little bit of Western, then I did a little bit of cinematic. Now I want to do a little bit of Latin American styles and stuff like that. So I joined the rock star, Jeffrey Warden. He's one of the greatest teachers, and I've learned so much from him, not just dance but other things. And I don't think I've ever told him this. So the first day I'm going, and it was a new world, because Latin American, I didn't know shit about it, and I didn't even have heels at the time. So I'm entering, and my first day of class, he taught us the basics, and he came to my mom and he said, she's picking up real fast, and that's great. So my mom also had some kind of motivation to keep me going there. And soon after that, there was United Kingdom Alliance, which is basically like a certification from the UKA. And Jeffrey said, why don't you join? I said, okay, let me try. Pata fees was 3,500 rupees, plus for costumes I have to spend another 3,000. I was like, yo, why is this getting so tough? But my mom said, okay. So I signed up. And while practicing, I would have twisted my ankle at least 4 to 5 times. And every time it'll become like an idli and, you know, it'd be hard. But I endured all that. And I did the championship. And right before the championship, they gave me a costume. And this costume was 3,500 rupees. Okay. There's just 3 pieces. One like this, and one at the bottom. And there was no awareness as to what kind of bra I should wear inside, even like no idea whatsoever. So we did that, and that's where my never-ending love affair with Western styles of dancing started. And all of these small experiences and teachings and lessons made me a versatile dancer, I believe. So one of the biggest life is a full circle moment for me was when I went to judge one of the corporate competitions, dance competitions. I'm entering the auditorium and they said there's going to be a co-judge, and I didn't know who it was. And I'm turning to my right and it was John Vinu sir. He was my co-judge. And he looked at me and he said, I didn't know you. I said, yeah, I'm Anusha. I learned dance from you. And that was the first time I experienced a true teacher-student relationship. Honestly, I don't even know if he'll remember me, but for me, to see him be so happy for me inspired me to be a better dancer, better choreographer, better teacher. And that's when I knew that, you know, the circle was complete. This was the style back then. Like if you did this, you were a cool dancer. And one of the steps was
100 racks on me, spin it, babe. Light a match, get lit, babe. The jet set, watch the sunset, kinda. Yeah, yeah. Rolling eyes back in my head, make my toes curl, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you got that. Jalebi body. Jalebi body. Jalebi body. Yeah, you got that yummy, 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 yummy.